Hey, well, this is my first time doing, first time doing a vlog. I haven't done one in a while. It's been some time since I actually talked to myself at this late at night in front of a camera. Um, well, it's a new year, so it's an opportunity to at least try different things. This is all off kilter, nothing prepared here, nothing on script. Just wanted an opportunity just to make a recording and see how much and how far can I talk without getting myself bored. It isn't like this last year where I talked for a straight 18, 20 minutes in front of my iPad making a just talk about different things, and it's fun at first, but I know there's just no way I can talk right that long for about anything unless there's some sense of direction I want to get into. It's not easy talking to yourself out loud late at night. It There's a sense that you have to keep the conversation going in your head, and it's certainly not easy, right? But I figure, hey, give us a try.
I'm not sure I understand.
Let's see how it's good. Of course, now it starts triggering my Siri devices. But hey, again, thank you for watching here. I'm not sure who is watching, who really cares to watch this, but let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Rich Lee. Father of a son and daughter, live here in Southern California. This is my opportunity just to figure out a way, in some small way, to spread good ideas in a media form that I feel comfortable with. I never figured I'd be someone who would want to even talk in front of a camera. I never liked taking pictures of myself or recording myself in front of a camera. But I think the fact that we're so in this day and age where we feel so impersonal and feel isolated from everyone else, it almost feels like we're just disembodied voices. Often when we just talk to each other, whether it's just through messaging applications or just even a simple phone call, because we are so very separated. It's just not so much anyone's real fault. It really is due to perhaps a lot of fear out there, a lot of uncertainty. I'm certainly not, my family are not certainly afraid going out and meeting people, but we were more than willing to be out there and see people in person. But the reality is there's just a lot of us who are afraid due to whatever reason, and it's my opinion that we're just afraid because of just we're just so much of that bad news out there with whatever disease du jour out there. But we tend to forget that in life there's just so much more danger in merely just one pathogen. We can pass away from any other reason. There's just so much out there. So the fear just doesn't make any sense to me. And as a father of a child and father of a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old daughter, 10-year-old son, 35-year-old millennial myself. There's the one thing that I don't want to be is afraid. And I wanted my children to be afraid, and I wanted my children to feel as if they had to be locked themselves out artificially because there's just something out there, because they have to put this one microscopic agent that is everywhere anyway. And there's no real reason to be afraid. Myself as an overweight man, typically I would be this vulnerable group, but in the past couple of years, I haven't been in any major illness. I haven't suffered anything major. Very thankful for that. Thankful to God for that. That this family, myself, this family has not been afflicted by anything major. But I understand that I sympathize with those who have suffered because of the virus itself. But again, the reality is, there's very little danger. There's no reason to be afraid. And this fear is it paralyzes many of us when it should. And it's very sad. It's very tragic. And there's no real answer to how we get out of this as a culture. I do have a lot of theories why we are afraid. I can touch on those later. More condensed, more focused manner. But here I'm just talking off the cuff again. I just don't see why in this day and age we are this way. And looking at this now, looking back, let's say 10 years from now, it's frightening what things can trend towards. This may be a whole lost decade of mandates and masks and restrictions for really no reason, because it would become a culture of fear, a culture of scientism, a culture that takes the authority of men and scientists over a sense of reason and rationality. When there's a fall of religion, a fall of authority, a fall of truth, human beings will find truth elsewhere. And so many have fallen to the idea that quote unquote scientists or dogmatic authority, as opposed to, as a Catholic, we have dogmatic truth because there's millennia of wisdom. Well, of wisdom within 2,000 years plus, just beyond the Catholic Church, but throughout biblical history. Yeah. we have a modern bias in our society, and we lack that ability to know history and what it can teach us. But anyway, besides that, I don't know why I got that. It's one of those things where I feel very passionate about, and again, hopefully through these conversations, through these vlog conversations, there can be a sense of conversation, not between, it's some real-time conversation here, but hopefully this message here can provoke some thought, and then I can hopefully get some conversation going via comments or email or whatever communication. I'm more than happy to communicate my thoughts, my ideas in a different medium as opposed to what I've been doing, is mostly through writing, through the occasional social media posts. I don't do very much either. I enjoy writing much more, but I think nowadays there can be a combination of the writer plus the visualizer, and I think having the visual here, and along with my sense of voice, will help to emphasize the urgency I'm trying to share here. So I know my background right now is just full of toys and kids of a lot of original noise. Hopefully once I get my videos a little bit more polished, but right now this is just a nice little introduction. Just a raw, unfiltered introduction to what I want to talk about and want to spend time with, and just hopefully this is one of many. And I if there's one person out there that sees this and finds value of this, I'll just believe me, I'll keep doing this. And yeah, I think there are a lot of people out there who may have some opinions I do, and just need to hear it. There's a lot of people out there who need to that voice. That's just merely, just merely feel like they're drowned out, but they feel like there are people out there who we can relate to and talk to in some way.